Now I ask myself, should you really be talking about this project? And there are two reasons for it. Number one, I'm a chart guy. I usually don't talk about this stuff. If you know my channel, charts all the way, cryptosphere. And number two, this is a high risk vehicle that I'm going to discuss today, and they are even stating it on their own website. And I don't want to put your funds at high risk at any point. That is not my point, more of my concern. Anyhow, I put my capital at risk for this project, so I said, why not? Anyhow, the sustainability and longevity that they are providing through that mechanisms gave me the second reason. And you know that with high risk comes high profit, so let's do it, man. Let's talk about the BUSD crops farmer miner game that could make you a lot of profits if you play it right. So without further ado, the BUSD crops farmer. Oh yeah, and by the way, one last reason to do it, I want your referrals, man. Link in the description. Thank you for still being a part of this video. I hope I won't let you down in presenting this project. Why am I doing it? I just said it. Why? Because I invested money in it, because I normally don't do it, and my friend directed me, or let's say pointed finger in this direction, in those minor games, reward systems, however you want to call them, ROI platforms, doesn't matter. This is a high risk vehicle, as I already said, but if you play it right with patience and investing in right project, you could make a lot of money. Simple as that. Crypto is risky altogether, and this could be the riskiest of them all. But remember one thing, as they're always stating in the superhero movies, with great powers comes great responsibilities. I would say with high risks comes high rewards, and that is where the BUSD crops farmer is standing at. Now let's make this an introductory video to this platform. If you are completely new, if you don't know what this is all about, how this works, what are my thoughts, how you should approach it, we are at frequently asked questions section on their website. So let's quickly go through those questions to find the simple answers. What is the BUSD crops farmer? It's dApp built on Binance Smart Chain. I already said it's a game where the object is to hire more farmers sooner and more often than other players. This will earn you more BUSD. Simple as that. But let's be honest, you're not competing against others. You will compete against yourself. Keep that in mind. These farmers work for you tirelessly, giving you a daily average of 8% of your farmer's value, but it's up to 8%. It's not fixed 8%, remember that. It's up to 8%. It depends on many variables. Once those farmers are bought, they cannot be sold, and the investment made to rehire them, either through hire or rehiring, cannot be taken back. However, once bought, farmers will not stop producing yield. So, yes, those farmers will work for you. Yeehaw! And those farmers, as I already said, could make you rich. Now, this platform is about, I believe at this point, 8 days. 8 days, man. 8 days old. So, a little more than a week. I think at the moment as I'm making this video, we surpassed 1 million in total value locked. So, you should always ask yourself, is it too late? Is it too early or something like that? It's never too early to be exact, but is it too late? For example, is it too late to invest in the baked beans, the popular brother of all of these miners? This guy is some kind different, but to invest in baked beans, I think it's too early to tell is it too late, but it's definitely more risky than investing in the BUSD crops farmer. That is my take on it. I know everybody likes baked beans, but the BUSD crops farmer is far more safer, not only because of the mechanism, but because it's new and we have not even, let's say, started. I believe this platform could go on for months and months. let's not be too hopeful and greedy and say years and years, but everything is possible because the mechanism on this platform is really good, and I wouldn't even invest my own money in this if it wasn't like that. My quick answer to what makes it different from other similar platforms: as I just mentioned, it has several anti-dumping and anti-whale measures in place to ensure the one thing that I really appreciate in any project, and that is the longevity of the project, the sustainability. Because there are dozens and dozens and dozens of miners these days. We are in like an altcoin season that we had in 2017 of the miners today. So we are having a bust, or let's say a burst of miners to the upside. So what is different at this point is that this guy, the BUSD crops farmer, is giving us some measures of assurance like maximum deposits, cutoff time, cooldown time for withdrawals, and so on. Those features that I just mentioned I will show you in the interface in a few seconds, minutes, but now let's talk about how this platform works. And it works similar to financial market, where an asset has intrinsic value that is relative to the supply or demand of said asset. The main difference between this game and the traditional financial market is that the recruited farmers that we mentioned that you are buying cannot be sold. Only the value they provide can be sold, and those are the rewards, the crops. As the players of the game as a whole compound their earnings and make new deposits, the game efficiency rate will stay relatively constant. But the moment players, and listen to this, start to sell more than they are compounding, the efficiency rate will begin to drop as to preserve the total value locked and longevity of the game. This is the important part. How this works. So, what we need to this project to be sustainable and profitable for everyone, we need you as a player of the game to compound your earnings and make new deposits by new players, right? So the game efficiency will stay constant. Now, if that is not the case and players are selling more than they are compounding, the efficiency rate will begin to drop as to preserve the total value locked. So when we are compounding, we're all good. When new investors are coming in, it's all super duper good. But if you are selling too much, not compounding, not following the rules, the efficiency will drop for the sake of the longevity. And that's why we have those features on this project, to force you to do the right stuff. This is why I like the project. So now you know approximately how to play this game, but what is the recommended strategy of all these mechanisms? Let's leave this for the end. Let me show you how the interface looks like. This is it. This is our dashboard. This is where you are doing this stuff. After you invest some money, let's go quickly through all of these guys. Here you will see your initial deposit of BUSD, the stablecoin of Binance. Here it doesn't say any number because I'm not showing you mine, because why would I? It's my personal stuff. Maybe in some video I will. For this one I didn't. Let's move on. This, you will see your total deposit of your initial and the compounding, all of them combined. So every time you click on this button, hire more farmers, you will get your total deposit increasing here. This is how many crops you sold. You're a good farmer. When you cash out, it will be noted right here. Now, if you are going through referrals, if you are referring somebody else, in this box you will see your BUSD that you're getting for your referrals. Mine is in the description. Check it out. I hope you are going, if you are going into this project through my referrals, that's why you're supporting the channel, because that's why I'm getting a little percentage from the project. Got it? If you will do that, thank you in advance. Here they are stating my perfect hiring example. If you invest 100 BUSD, you will get so many farmers for so many BUSD on a day. Okay, this is your wallet. This is where funds on your wallet. I think MetaMask is the best choice, will be stated. Okay, If you are new to this game, you will have to go through this approval. It takes a few seconds. For example, you will state, I want to invest $1,000, click approve USD and wait for the approval. After that, if everything is okay, you will be able to hire such and such amount of farmers. Obviously that depends on the date when you are buying in. Let's not make this too long. Already is too long. This is even the most important stuff. This whole part is when you are entering the site. That is no longer concern. You are now set to go. About what? Here you will see how much crops your farmers are making. And this is pretty handy estimated daily yield. On this section you will see how many Binance US dollars you are making per day. They will estimate you your daily yield. This is super duper helpful. You don't have to do any calculation on your side. They will estimate it for you so that you can calculate for the future, and so on and so on. On this section you will see a timer where they will show how much time you have before your cart will be full. After that, your crops are no longer filling. This is how many time you compounded your crops to your initial deposit. And now, one of the most famous buttons that you will be interacting with, harvest crops. When you are selling your crops and cashing out your BUSD, you're clicking here. If you do it too early, you will pay 60% tax. At the moment, and not at the moment, the contract is immutable. It's 60% tax for the first 5 times. After that, after 2.5 days, because you can harvest or hire after 12 hours, you no longer have to pay 60% tax and you can harvest with no tax. You're tax free. Got it? This button. Oh, I love this button the most. There, I said it. I love this button the most. Hire more farmers. You can see that it's stating +0 bonus, but every time you hire a farmer, you will get 2.5% bonus up to 25. This is super stuff. So not you only hiring and making that compounding effect on your initial deposits, you are getting bonuses every time until the 25%. So maximum 10 times of compounding. And finally, time until the next hire bonus is activated. Here you will see the timer until you can click this button. Hire more farmers. I know this was too much. Maybe this was boring, but this is introductory video, let's say, for a new investor that got no clue. If I was boring, well, I'm sorry for that. Next time I will try to make more jokes. But for now, I think it's crucial for you to know every button of what it's for. If I was wrong, and it could be the case for any of those buttons that I just presented, correct me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. And what are your thoughts? Now let's go to the final page to really tell you how you will approach this in the long term or short term. You will choose. Can you see the happy face on this farmer? I mean, come on, how happy he is. Really happy. Because why? Well, he's doing this. He's hiring, he's growing, he's harvesting. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the right way. Hire, grow and harvest. Not just harvest. Slowly grow and you will get to the point. Let me just mention that this is total BUSD locked in this box. As we are now talking about every box, this is where total value locked will be. This is how many total deposits or transactions are here. So how many, let's call it simple, people has deposited through various accounts. Let's quickly go to those features one more time. 8% a day you are getting for your investment, maximum to 8%. It could be more if the TVL is rising high, or less if the TVL is falling. Both scenarios are open. If someone is getting through referrals, you are getting 8% also. So this is also one good stream of income, which I will link in the description so that you can enter through my referral, support this channel with it, and I'll get 8% of what you are paying. It would be excellent if you would do that. Thank you for that. If not, well, maybe I'll have more luck with the next project. By the way, this is not the only project of Crops Farmer. They also have the USDC Crops Farmer, and on its way is the BNB. They just announced it. So 3 projects, 3 excellent projects. Yes, I am invested in the BUSD, I am invested in USDC, and I probably will be invested in the BNB one. I don't see why not. It's high risk, but for high profits, I'm willing to take that risk. The devs are taking 5% for development or marketing, and let them do it. Why not? They will make you rich after all, right? That higher bonus I just mentioned is 2.5% up until 25, so excellent feature that no other miner is having. When you compound, you need to do it under the timer of 12 hours, so 2 times a day. Remember that. After you withdraw, you can do it for another 4 hours, and this is that anti-draining, let's say, mechanism that they put along those others, and that is great. I like it. Rewards accumulation cutoff 48 hours, so after 2 days, if your cart is full, nothing is happening. You need to interact with this platform if you want to constantly hire, grow and harvest like they are saying on their website. And this stuff is revolutionary. 5 times mandatory compound feature. I think this will change the game in those miners. Those big beginners forks or something like that. You need to compound 5 times in a row or you will pay hefty taxes of 60%. Do it. Punish those boys. Don't let them destroy our community of hiring, growing and harvesting, right? Right. I mean, listen, as they're stating this on an important note, sustainability and longevity of the project. This is what I like. This is what I search in this DeFi crypto space, whatever you want to call it. They implemented these features so that it lasts longer. Nothing lasts forever, but long enough for us to take those profits and to continuously do those by compounding much more than taking profits. We should all be good if we follow their rules. What about that strategy that I mentioned? Well, as they state here, I think I will agree with them. The best strategy that the team can recommend is to rehire, that means compound for 6 days and harvest 1 day a week. So you are harvesting just 1 day a week, not the other way around like someone wants to do. Remember that this will increase the user investment at the same time increasing the daily yield earnings. Every miner is saying that this strategy has already been tried and tested by several projects, is proven effective. Crops Farmer is also doing that. I believe them. I also ran through my own analysis, and really this could be the case. My strategy for now is this 6-1. Why change something that isn't broken, right? Guys, we're in here for the little longer term than the other miners. There are so many of them that so many of them will die. It's not if, it's when and soon. Well, not to say that this one won't die, it probably will, but it will outlast the other ones by miles. And that is just my opinion. And although I believe in this project, otherwise I really wouldn't be talking about it on this channel. High risk. They are stating it, not me. They are stating it. So if you don't believe me, believe them. Believe this bearded guy, because he's warning you. Funds that are used to initially hire farmers, including rehire, cannot be withdrawn. Your farmers will indefinitely work and grow crops for you. Use this application, this platform at your own risk. He is the nice looking guy, right? I mean, a nice human being. He is warning you of possible incomes you will not get your funds once you invest them in. Try to comprehend that in your mind. What you put in will not go out, but you will get hefty rewarded through weeks and weeks and weeks and months if you do things the right way. This was my initial video on Crops Farmer, the BUSD version. This could go deeper and deeper into separate categories and this and that, but I wanted to detail in every point of BUSD Crops Farmer. I think it has future. I invested in it. If you are willing to do, remember you are doing that at your own high risk. But if you are doing that, show some love. Go through my referral links that I will leave in the description of this video. I am thanking you for that in advance. This is my crypto journey. It's not always about the charts. As you can see, I'm doing the other stuff. Why not you being the part of it? Why not you seeing what I'm doing? It is what it is. We are having a red market. Not only in the day, weeks, months. Why not put my brain into something else? Not going outside of crypto, but outside of charts, into something that is working at the moment. And while you're here on my channel, useful things that you like this video and this subject. So check it out, click it, and I'll see you in that one. And I hope we will find ourselves in the next video talking about crops or people or crypto or dinosaurs. Just stay safe.